Hey, what's going on, folks? Yes, I'm back with another episode. As I mentioned at the beginning of the year, this is not a trend. We still rolling with this. So yes, welcome back to Just My Opinion with Ryan. And if this is your first time, it would do me a huge favor if you hit that like and subscribe button. Hell, even hit the bell so you can be notified for when I have a new video drop. And let's get into it, man. Forget all the other pleasantries and greetings I have. Let's get into Snowfall, all right? I will give myself a pat on the back just a little bit. You know, I was partially right. If this was like a quiz or a test, I would get half credit for this particular prediction I had. If you haven't seen it, on the previous episode when Franklin first got caught up by the Jumanji hunter, I did make a prediction that I don't think it's necessarily fully Peaches. I don't think it was the two girls who was setting up the crew. I said I think it's going to be a new character. And so yeah, I said it's going to be a new character. And of course, this whole plot is revenge, whoever the new character was. So I was partially right on that part. But where I was wrong, I thought it was somebody who was trying to avenge Man-Boy's death or something like that. So it had nothing to do with Man-Boy. We got Kane entering the chat. All right. Hey, a new challenger has came to step to Franklin and his crew. Goes by the name of Kane, and apparently he's all business just by the hits that he was, putting out on Franklin and his family. So Kane is apparently pretty serious. So yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, this is a spoiler episode. If you haven't seen the recent episode of Snowfall, and on top of that, I might be all over the place. It was just that good. I'm not going to go in chronological order. So I'm damn near starting from the way Snowfall ended. And that's with this new man named Kane. So, yeah. So according to his role, Kane's whole backstory is, I'm not sure if he was like the brother or cousin or something. Nevertheless, Kev and Delroy is family, like literally family to Kane. Kane was locked up when Delroy and Kev died. And just in case you are unfamiliar who those guys are, Kev was one of the original friends of Franklin. It was Franklin, Leon, and Kev. Kev actually got shot by Franklin. I want to say it was season 2. But nevertheless, Kev kind of forced Franklin's hand because Kev was about to shoot up the whole park and kill the DEA agent. And then, of course, a death of an agent would have just brought all types of heat to what Franklin and his crew was doing. Just a crackdown on the entire neighborhood, all that type of stuff. So, even though Franklin was begging and trying to stop Kev from shooting up the park, Kev forced his hand, therefore Franklin killed him. And so what we're finding out is Kev is related to Kane. I want to say that they're either brothers. Either way, like I said, they're family. So yes, Kev literally died at the hands of Franklin. So I get it. Even though, like I said, that's kind of a tough situation. Kev kind of forced Franklin's hand. Nevertheless, it went down, and yes, Kev died at the hands of Franklin, or by the gun that Franklin shot. And Delroy, I think that's just misplaced anger with the whole Delroy situation. Delroy was one of the corner boys for Franklin. And when Jerome was, giving out orders to the corner boys or whatnot, he specifically told folks, hey, don't go to other people's territory and try to push work. Stay in the areas that you're familiar with to go and work and push your work. Work the corners that you're used to. Did Delroy listen? Nah, not at all. Delroy went to the neighborhood where the Hispanics, reside and all that type of stuff. Hispanics got wind of it, and he was stabbed to death. So as far as Delroy's death, that's misplaced anger. Kane need to go see about those Hispanics for killing Delroy. That's just my opinion. So yes, Kane is apparently about that life. He just got out of jail. And already he is ruffling feathers hard, so I'm very interested to see where that's going to go. Hell, I know it's kind of early in the episode, but let's get into it. I think a prediction is just like how they try to get Man Boy out of there. I think Franklin and his family are going to, try to join forces with Scully or somebody. Scully and his crew, Franklin and his crew. I think they'll probably try to form, collaborate and try to get Kane out of here. Because Kane apparently he came through like freaking Thanos of the hood. So they're gonna have to join forces to get Kane up out of here. Obviously, that's how I see it going. It's going to be a Scully, Franklin, Jerome, Louis type of situation, and they're going to try to get Kane out of here. Which apparently, yeah, just from that two-part Iliad episode, Kane is a mother problem. So you see why you got to get him out of there. And so another thing I want to just talk about, like I said, I know I'm all over the place, but I just want to, what y'all think about Veronique, or however you pronounce it. I want to say it's Veronique. I think that's kind of dirty. She knew what the type of life that Franklin was about. She knew things might get hot. And yet, she still was all this black love and, let's stay together. You got to come home to the family, this and the third. Once shit got hot, I understand. Hey, Veronique was like, Veronique, I can't be around you. Veronique hit Franklin with the, I'll see you at work. And that's what we will discuss business. It was almost like she kicked Franklin to the curb. It was almost like this weird semi-breakup thing. You know what? So my question to you all, for those who come across this video, do you think for some reason Veronique possibly trapped Franklin? And here's my theory. I understand that Veronique was already a lawyer. Franklin, was making good money when he hired Veronique. So apparently Veronique must be a pretty, high paid lawyer for Franklin to hire in the first place. But with that being said, that whole backstory when she was talking to Sissy, the whole backstory, and we're finding out that, oh snap, so Veronique used to be in that, like a scammer. She used to be that con man life, or scam. She was a scammer, bro. She was, reminiscing about the times that her and her mother would go to carnivals and they would scam the carnies who was running the games and stuff. So you got to be very talented to do that. So she comes from a background of that scam life. So I don't know what more and more I'm starting to not trust Veronique as much, especially after the way she kind of just was kind of cold to Franklin after everything went down. It's one thing that, I got to lay low and keep my distance because there's you got beef going on. I got this baby to protect. I understand that. I do. But it was something about the way that scene was carried out. It was almost as if she acted like Franklin was just like this casual sex guy that she just casually had sex with and got pregnant with, and was just like, yeah, nah, we'll just talk at work. I can't be seen with you. It was almost like I can't be seen with you type of vibe. And not because heat is on Franklin, but just because it's like, yeah, just talk to me at work, though. That's it. We just work buddies from here on out. So I ain't like how it went down, man. I really think that there's something up with that. I really appreciate the camaraderie between Oso and Franklin. I like the bond that they're building, and I don't know, man. I'm thinking there's something about what Franklin said to Gustavo, like, yeah, I realized that y'all guys were secretly recording me, and Gustavo kind of looked a little puzzled. So who knows? That might be another avenue to where Oso and Franklin kind of join forces, and maybe with everybody else's help, or Sissy's help, they might try to get, Teddy up out of there, or, Reed Thompson, whatever you want to call him. They're going to try to get Teddy out of there as well. So I'm really excited, man. I'm glad things worked out from Franklin and Gustavo for escaping the Mr. Jumanji hunter there. I was really worried for them for a moment, especially Gustavo. He was in jeopardy to be stuffed. But no, nevertheless, man, another great episode. As I mentioned earlier, I predict it's going to be Scully and Franklin's team versus Kane. Kane looks like he's dangerous as hell. He already showed you how he don't play no games. Already sent out, even though no one died, or at least no one from Franklin's family died, Kane apparently isn't to be messed with. So that's going to be another story. Oh, almost forgot. I'm mad I forgot his name. I put it in the edits. But the Israeli who be selling the guns and everything else like that, I don't know, man. I didn't like how he came at Frank. He kind of came at Franklin with like this semi backhanded compliment type stuff. Like, Franklin, you could do anything you wanted to be, and that's what's so dangerous about you. That's what's so scary. Me, I'm built for war. I'm built with these guns. This and the third. Avi is his name. And so it's just like he's all talking about you. On the other hand, I mean, you can do anything you want to do, and that's what makes you so dangerous. You got to battle within. I didn't know how to take that really, and apparently, I don't think Franklin knew how to take that necessarily either. So, but that's another story. Nevertheless, I'm looking forward to another episode. I'm trying to see how this Kane feud is going to develop once again. He came through like Thanos of the hood. So somebody got to team up and get him up out of there because he ain't here for the games. Let's get into it. Love it or hate it, this is just my opinion. Peace.